Kirk Henderson is back. Alienation. Now I'm talking about in California. Fathers, mothers who have been alienated away from the other parent. In other words, that mother alienated the kid away from the father. This can be considered as extreme alienation, which can easily give you a complete custody, full custody of your kid. You know why? Because alienation means isolate a child from the other parent. You know what I mean? Now, this is being done maliciously. So in other words, a parent who takes to isolate a child or children from the other parent through words and conduct to create a division, estrangement, and even hostility between the victimized parent and child. This is crazy. When you got, like in my situation, you got a adopted grandmother who totally uses my kid as a pawn to try to break the father down and break the kid down and keep my daughter away from her loving father just because this old crazy ass adopted mother, grandmother, have some type of narcissist problem. She collects child support, runs and hides all over California. She mentally abuses people. She messes them up. The kids grew up not knowing who they are. They're all messed up in the long run. This stuff follows the kid all the way through their entire life. I know people like that. Mothers have alienated the kids away from the fathers. I know other people this has happened to. These kids grow up being confused. I mean, it's like they really truly don't quite understand what's going on. So when they grow up, all they discuss and talk about is, my mom raised me. My mom brought me up. My mom is everything. But your mom, you don't talk about. Your mom is the one who alienated you away from your father. Or your father is the one who alienated you away from your mother. You know what I'm saying? So now this kid grows up, don't have any respect for the father, or vice versa. I mean, just talk any kind of way to talk all crazy. I don't have nothing to say to you. I don't owe you no happy birthday. I don't owe you no happy Father's Day. I don't owe you nothing because you did not bring me up. You see, when these kids are alienated against the other parent, but then that kid grows up not having any kind of respect for the father or for the mother. You know what I'm saying? No respect. And I'm going to say this. A parent is a parent. I don't care how old you get to be. You get to be 30, 40 years old. You never disrespect your father. You never disrespect your mother. You don't talk any kind of way to your father and your mother just because your mother alienated you away from your blood father. Then you grows up mentally unbalanced. See, this is the kind of stuff. These are the symptoms that happens to the kids once they are alienated away from the other parent with all this maliciously parental alienation abuse. But now the kid grows up disrespecting the other parent, you know, which leaves a whole lot of physical wounds and scars. You know, they don't quite understand what's going on. All they understand is, hey, the parent who brought me up, all they did was pumped into them only what they wanted to tell them and make that other parent look as bad as they could. What is the problem, world? Why can't this world wake up and stop all this alienation, mental abuse to a child? This has got to stop. Like Patricia Robinson, this woman ain't no blood, no kin. All these people that she alienated away from their father, they act just like her. And I do not want to see my kid grow up and be all messed up in the head She don't have any respect for me, can't talk to me. You know, I don't have nothing to do with you. I don't have nothing to say to you because I was alienated from my father. So I don't have to respect my father. See, you see, this is what these terrible parents do. They talk down on the other parent. They say all kind of negative things. Okay, if the money kind of slows down, say for instance, I know a guy. Now, his job sort of laid him off, and so the pay kind of got broken down a little bit. Now, all the money that this woman used to get, she's not getting the same amount, but she's still getting something. Well, guess what this woman does now? Now, this father is still paying child support. It's not as much, but this narcissist alienate the kid away from this father. Okay, now the money is not what it used to be. So guess what this mother do? This mother goes out and buy her a brand new Cadillac. So she feel like, okay, I can afford to pay my car note and my insurance with this big old check that I'm getting every month. So now guess what? That stops. Now she got to bust her tail and get out there and try to find a way to make that big car payment and that insurance payment. So guess what she does? So now she alienate the father, you know, away from his child because she want to force him to go get a second job so that he could pay her car note and her insurance. So in other words, the money is not being spent on the child. It's being spent on this parent who alienate the child away from the other parent. See, America, hey, look, people need to wake up. This stuff is really out of control with this parental alienation. I mean, if you got it shouldn't be where it's all about money, And I kind of think that this child support thing kind of got things a little bit too outrageous with the way, you know, they get all this money out of people, out of guys. You know what I mean? Just way over the boundaries. They want too much money. The more you make, the more they want. Then that means the more bills that the other parent's going to create. They're going to go out and buy themselves a brand new house. They're going to buy a brand new car. They're going to do all these things, get all kind of new clothes for themselves. And they're not spending the money on the kids. This money is being spent on these parents who use the kids and alienate the kids away from the other parent. You see what I'm saying? So I kind of feel like the government should step and get involved into this. Hey, look, I think this is what I think it should be. Hey, look, by law, every parent who has the full custody of the child, say give them $300 to $500 a month, and it should stop right there. And it should be no matter how much money this father over here is making, $300 to $500 a month should be all that this other parent should get. You know why? Because they're going to take all this extra money and invest it into a brand new car, a brand new house, all their clothes. That kid ain't going to see nothing. And all they do is use the kids to get a bigger check. And then when the money sort of slows down, well then now, like for instance, this guy that I know. So now the parent alienate the kids away from the father. Because you know why? Because that check, that money has slowed down and they're not getting that big check anymore. They alienate the kids away from the father and avoid him running and hiding so that he can't see his kid, to force him to get a second job so he can continue to pay her car note, her house note, and get all her minks and all her clothes and get all these different things that she wants. And it's not about the kid. It's about the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? two most common examples. Say, check this out, world. When the parent who has the kids make decisions to whether or not the child wants to visit with the other parent, this is part of the parental alienation process, because once the undermined parent who has the authority has taken place, the alienating parent then uses, say, like they try to use this type of thing, like, okay, what Patricia Robinson tried to do to my kid, Alexa. Now, this woman was doing some crazy stuff, and I was able to see this kind of stuff going on online. And years ago, I called Patricia Robinson up and I told her about this situation. And you know, when I called this woman and brought this to her attention, you know, Patricia Robinson cursed me out. And then she turned around and tried to use this against my kid. So in other words, she created this illusion in my child's mind to try to make me feel like that I was the bad guy. But really, in a sense, I was protecting my child, because Patricia Robinson had my kid in an unsafe situation. And I told her about it. I didn't like what I saw. And this is not appropriate for a kid, for a minor. And this woman goes off on me and hang up the phone talking ignorant and crazy. So in other words, she turned around and created a illusion within my child's mind to try to make me feel like that I was the bad guy to my child. So now, you know what this does? This forces the kid to make a decision that the father is a bad guy. So at this point, it's not cool for me to see the father. See, in other words, this adopted grandmother created a illusion inside of the kid's mind to help her make a decision, to influence her so that she wouldn't really have any concern or care to want to talk to her father. You see what I'm saying? Letting a child decide what is his or her best interest? Come on now. See, this was an illusion that was created by that parent to try to make the other parent look like a bad guy, so that she could paint this picture of illusion in this kid's mind, so that this kid could make a decision and say, I don't want to be around my father. I don't want to have nothing to do with my father. You see what I'm saying? So this type of behavior, like this adopted grandmother who does this kind of stuff, she spent most of her time participating on how she are going to alienate the other parent away from his kid. You see what I'm saying? So in other words, she plant all kind of negative energy into my daughter's mind to try to make me look like the bad guy. That adopted mother who created this illusion, she painted the picture in my daughter's mind that, hey, look, I am the only one that you can trust and be a parent to. I am your mother and I am your father. So there is no need for you to consider your father. See, this was painted into my kid's mind as a kid. And so Patricia Robinson called herself brainwashing my daughter, doing all this crazy stuff. And my baby's mother, she just sit back and just let this woman do whatever. She just don't care. You know, what can you do about parental alienation? You know, parents who engage in alienation too often, too long, they believe that they can totally get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Without the help of a child custody lawyer who work hard for you and making the right decisions, say like with Patricia Robinson, this alienating parent, adopted grandmother who totally alienated my kid away from me, and now she are running and hiding and collecting child support, getting all this money every month and only spending it on herself, her house, all the things that she wants. It's not about my daughter. It's about this alienating adopted grandmother, Patricia Robinson. And I feel like when a kid is like 11 or 12, 13 years old, you should be able to stand up and say, hey, look, I want to talk to my father. I'm going to make an effort and call my father. And then you look at it on the positive side. Patricia Robinson ain't no kin, no blood, no nothing. She stole my kid. In other words, Veronica now has been proven, as they say, that she's slow or she's mentally ill all of a sudden. So now Patricia Robinson has stolen my kid. And this is what Patricia Robinson are using to take advantage of my baby mother and take advantage of me, because Veronica Robinson thinks that I'm that low life that I would take my kid away from the mother. And that's not my style. I don't do stuff like that. I don't break up a mother and a father relationship with a kid. See, that's low life when the other parent totally destroyed the relationship with your kid, with their kids. And you got, say, for instance, my baby's mother, she don't like just stand up and say, hey, look, I don't give a damn about this situation with you, grandma. You know, I understand my situation, but I'm smart enough to know that our daughter needs to talk to her father. You see, Patricia Robinson has totally brainwashed Veronica Robinson, but she's stuck. It's like she's stuck in a web. She don't know who she are anymore. She can't stand up to herself anymore. This woman has embedded all of this negative brainwashing inside of this woman until this woman just will not fight for nothing. Only thing Veronica Robinson will do is just get out there and screw around with a whole lot of different men. And that's all Patricia Robinson cares about. She don't care about her as a woman and her child and her kid having her father. She could care less. It got some stone cold people out there. I mean, it could be a father, it could be a mother. I just feel like parental alienation, that is so sad to see another parent who seriously alienate the other parent away from his kid and do everything they can to make false allegations to try to take total control and leave the father or the mother helpless and just brainwash the kids and make them think the worst about the other parent. And I just think that is just terrible. And in my case, Patricia Robinson, man, this woman has committed so much abuse within my daughter. She has created so much abuse within my baby's mother. She has taken this grown-ass woman's mind. Veronica Robinson knows what she's doing. She just don't care. She think, okay, I have the upper hand, that my mother has control, that my adopted mother has control over everything. So I have the best hand. So Veronica Robinson just go around and I don't care. I don't plan on letting our daughter talk to her father because she's too busy trying to make me look like the bad guy. But she don't think about when I was there helping her through the whole 9 months during the time when she was pregnant. I was inserting depositories up her rectum, help saving our baby and help saving her and get her well and healed. People don't think about that. They wait until you get them healed and well, and then they totally turn their back on you. Then this old crazy ass adopted grandmother just totally flipped the script with everything because she's only thinking about herself. Hey world, Tell me what your feelings are. Please like and share. Please subscribe. Pass the word. I've been dealing with this situation going on 12 years. This adopted grandmother, she ain't no good. She's not right. She have all my contact information. She don't communicate with me. She stole my kids. She's running and hiding out in California, collecting child support. All this money spent on her big house and what she can get out of it. And then she dogs the fathers out. I mean, that's low life. And that is so heartbreaking for any kid. I'm talking about if it's a father or mother. That's heartbreaking. And I know exactly how Mary Harvey felt during the time when her son was taken away from her. I know how she felt. When somebody take your flesh and blood kid away from you and alienate that kid away from you, parental alienation, I know exactly how Mary Harvey felt. I'm not starting up on that case with Mary Harvey, but I'm in the same situation. And I know exactly how she felt. And my situation is even worse because it's an adopted grandmother involved. And she has totally taken my baby's mother, mine. And she have totally alienated my daughter away from her father. She has taken my baby's mother, mine. Now this 33-year-old grown-ass woman, she has taken her mind. And my baby's mother are fighting right along with the adopted grandmother to keep my kid away from me. So between the two of them, they are running and hiding. And they are not setting a good example for Alexa Henderson at all. You keep her away from her father. You tell all kind of lies. You try to make me look like the bad guy. And all I ever done was just been a real good father. But see, when you got people who grows up in a mental abused home, you know, they didn't have the proper upbringing when they was kids. They was taken away from their father. You know, they wasn't treated nicely. They had a bad upbringing. Their mother didn't like them. Their father didn't like them. They just didn't care. So they just gave up on life. So now they grow up and they have kids. But see, this mental abuse goes all the way from here on out through life. When you have a person who has been totally mentally abused, like the way my baby's mother was when her blood mother left her out in Hawaii at 5, went to Hawaii and left her out there at 5 years old. Now, this woman got pregnant for a man and he disappeared all of a sudden. Veronica don't know who her blood father is. He just disappeared, made a baby and disappeared. This woman is 33 years old. She don't know who she is. You see what I'm saying? So now she's all messed up in the head. She's so confused. This stuff has got her where she don't know where she at. She don't know who she is. I don't know where I belong. You know, I don't know who my biological father is. You know? So in other words, once a person experiences this type of lifestyle and now they grows up, they pass this on to their kids because they don't know how to break that habit and make things better and try not to do the same exact thing that they did last time, what happened to them. So in other words, I feel like people need to just break that cycle. You need to wake up and look, I'm going to break this cycle. This is what happened to you. This is what happened to that person. I am going to be the one who are going to break this cycle and not do the same thing to my kids. But Veronica Robinson didn't choose to go that route. She created the cycle all over again to alienate our kid away from the father. Run and hide right along with the adopted grandmother, because this is her lifestyle with what happened to Patricia Robinson and Veronica Robinson. See, people have a tendency, their lifestyle, if this is what they are accustomed to, well, then they bring that over into when they grow up, that's being exchanged over to the next generation. See? And then now, guess what? When that person grows up, they don't have any respect for the other parent. I mean, curse at you. I don't feel like I owe you anything. I don't feel like I owe you to let you see your kid. I don't feel like I owe you to let your daughter say happy birthday. I don't feel like I owe you to let your daughter say happy Father's Day. You see, they are so messed up in the head until now this parent are so confused. So now this parent is passing this on to the kids. So now the kids they grow up and they act just like this baby mother and this adopted mother. You know what I'm saying? So this has got to stop. I mean, with all this parental alienation and destroying of a father for not having his kid in his life, or destroying a mother not having her kid in life. Why is it that people just can't come together? Hey, look, we have a kid together over here. Let's work this out so that we could have peace within ourselves and let our kid have both parents no matter what. What is the problem that the other parent who has the kid feel that they have to alienate the kid away from the other parent? Like in my situation, Patricia Robinson has alienated my daughter away from me. And she tells all kind of lies, and she just try to break my daughter down. She has emotionally messed this girl mind up. And I feel like Alexa is going to be so dysfunctional, because this is really heartbreaking to a kid when you got a no blood adopted grandmother doing this to a kid. And I'm going to tell Patricia Robinson like this, that's not nice what you're doing with that improper parental alienation. I mean, you really truly are hypocritical, not right. And that's very unusual for an adopted grandmother to do that and fraudulently do this to a father, to not let him see or talk to his kid, and you run and hide and collect all his money out in California, and you think that life is all about you. Patricia Robinson, I don't know what to say about you. I mean, I make my videos because I'm telling my true story. And I'm going to talk about this stuff because it's not right to see a grown ass 62-year-old woman who does this to a kid, a loving kid and a loving father, because you did not have a father when you grew up. Veronica did not have a father when she grew up. So now they pass this on to my daughter and make life very difficult for her to not have a father. See, these crazy ass people, they should have gotten some type of help or counseling. Before you grow up, finish high school or whatever, you should have got some counseling, got some help to be a better person and not pass this on to the next generation. So I'm just so disappointed in Patricia Robinson and Veronica Robinson. That stuff is not right. It's not right. And poor little Alexa, she's suffering with this parental alienation. And I'm just so disappointed in these people, how they maliciously just destroy Alexa's life from having her father. They run and hide. I'm just so disappointed in these people. But anyway, world, tell me what your feelings are about these crazy, ignorant people. Tell me your feelings about alienation, child alienation to the other parent. Tell me what you think. I mean, I'm blown away with this kind of stuff. I'm sharing this stuff to the world because this stuff is not healthy. I know a lot of people can't handle this type of situation, especially when you got parental alienation and they abusing the father, abusing the kids, and you got all this stuff going on. And then you got a crazy ass adopted grandmother who just don't care because she's not any blood and no kin. A lot of people can't handle this kind of stuff. So I'm hoping and praying that maybe I'm helping somebody out there so that they can be strong and try to get some help. If you can afford it, seek an attorney, a good parental alienation attorney that can understand your situation better. More than likely, if you got a good attorney, I mean, there will not be a problem to prove that the parents who alienated the kids away from the other parent, there wouldn't be a problem proving that in court, because the judge would see that and would take the kids away from that particular family, because you don't do a father like that, or you don't do a mother like that, and then that parent is paying child support, and then you destroying that kid's life and mentally abusing that child and messing them up in the long run. See, Alexa is going to be messed up from here on out, because now she know what's going on. She see exactly what her mother is doing and this old crazy ass adopted grandmother is doing. I mean, Alexa know what's going on. But see, Patricia Robinson is too busy trying to poison Alexa's mind to turn her against her blood father. I mean, that's low life. You know, that is low life to do that to a parent. And you ain't no blood, nothing. And you destroy a kid's life. That's terrible. Anyway, leave a comment. Tell me how you feel. Like and share. Please subscribe. Pass the word. Help me get this out there. I appreciate you guys for listening in, tuning in. Have a beautiful day. A beautiful night. Keep smiling. To all the people out there who are going through this situation, keep your head up. Be strong. Don't let this stuff get the best of you, because it could really mentally break you down. You have to be able to understand and see what's going on. And once you understand and see what's going on, you should be able to deal with this situation a lot better and not let it get the best of you, because this stuff can mentally break you down. So Patricia Robinson, this adopted grandmother, she's not right. My baby mother, she's not right. And I just don't know what to think or say about these people. And they waited up until my daughter was born, and then all hell break loose, and they create all these problems. I'm a good man. I don't go around hurting people for the hell of it. I don't go around hurting good people for the hell of it. I don't go around making videos for the hell of it. I like to see families stay together. I like to see kids have both parents, their mother and their father. This is what I'm accustomed to. I want to see kids be families. I mean, if the mother and the father is not together, but still let the kids be a part of the other parent's life. Let them communicate with their father, their mother. See, it shouldn't be this way where the other parent is totally just destroying that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Take care. Have a beautiful day. What's my slogan? Okay, bye.